Is now the time to buy stocks after this decline here Tuesday, April 26th, with the S&P at 4,213 and like a half and a quarter, no, three quarters. Uh, you know, let's see what's going on here. Uh, Short answer is maybe. Now look, you see this is broken, okay? But look at here. A best case scenario, is that you've got, that's a rejection, obviously, but maybe, you got this one here. I don't know. Maybe you get another one here, so you get a little bit more down, and then an up, and maybe this whole thing just consolidates right in here. Okay. Maybe it's just consolidating before it gets a resumption of the uptrend. That is possible. Look at all this tightness of these moving averages in here. These are all generally consolidating right around 4,500 in the S&P. That's 4,500 right there, and you can see that this is, that's right there. And maybe this is what is really going on until all this interest rates, what the Fed is doing, what Russia is doing, and what oil prices are doing, etc., kind of get figured out. Maybe the market just kind of goes and chops some guys out, and then maybe it gets one of these in, like, call it September, October. Maybe we just chop around all summer, and if you're good, okay, and you can get in here, and anytime it kind of maybe comes back in here, maybe that's what happens. You know, I don't know. I tend to think that maybe this 4,100 is bad news. I could see this happening, and that's more of my expectation. So I'm not too eager to get in here, right now and start putting cash to work. I'm in no hurry because I do expect something something like this to just really kind of, maybe this, and then you get all summer it kind of does this, and then come October it just gives one of these. That's possible. I mean, look at this. Look at this increase in volume down here on this down move. You don't want to see that. You don't want to see that. And then again, look at this. That's distribution right here. Coincides with this price move. I mean, that's classic distribution. Look at all of these. Even the whole way up since COVID. Look at all the big volume spikes. There you had a little bit of a move in the green days, that coincided with, like, what, this move right here. Okay, but generally you get increased volume, shows you the big volume comes on red clusters, all throughout this COVID rally after, the last QE era. I mean, look, every single one of these big day clusters is all on some kind of a down move, I mean, look at this one. This last one right at the top here. You know. And again, look at a big cluster here and a big cluster of just, you had your occasional spikes, the green spike and 1 day green spike, but I don't know. That happened right here on this day, and then again, this one happened right here on these lows. So, look at here. Even again, you had this little last spike happened on yesterday, which was kind of a big tail move. So, hey, maybe today, if we get some kind of a rebound, and it closes a little bit up there and you get another tail, maybe that's it. Maybe that's all she wrote. And maybe we get some kind of move back up to 4,500, a little pullback, and then a boom higher. That's a possibility to look out for. So the signal is going to be right in here. You're going to want to see some lower lows, and then kind of some strength, and then a move up to get real bullish. And now I don't suspect that's the case because of all these volume clusters in here that just show some really bad distribution, really bad. I'd expect perhaps something like this even, and then right kind of a lower low. Now, if you get that, right, so that's bad news. I mean, then we just got something like this and then a dropout by the fall. So this is really your level 4100. I mean, I certainly wouldn't be too bullish until you get a nice kind of a move off of 4100, some type of a long tail, something that looks like this candle here, that long tail, or this one, something like that right around here with some really good volume, something like that. Then you can be bullish. Uh, but that is not my base case, because again, of of all this volume that you see all along here, these big red volumes, I would assume we get a lower low, and 4100 on the S&P is to break soon, maybe next week, maybe the week after. So I think we got a week or two at least to watch and wait to see what this thing does. I mean, maybe messing around with some trades here. I wonder, like what's this one doing? Look, Regeneron. Yeah. I mean, some stocks are going okay. So, what's this one doing here? It's holding, right? It is holding. So, you can mess around with. That's actually at quite a nice little spot there. So maybe messing around in some kind of small size, but other than that, what are you going to do? You can't size up when you got so much consternation going on in the general market. But certainly, if you're, quick enough or uh, nimble, and I don't even know what that means. If you're in enough cash and you have the room to maneuver, and you can afford to take a little bit of a loss if your portfolio is up near the highs, then you can mess around with some stuff and take a little bit of a position, or like a good sized trading position, 10% of the portfolio. If you got 90% cash, of course, there's some stocks that you can trade like this one, but and there's others. This here is Regeneron Pharmaceuticals. There's some others, you can find them out there with. Just put in Minervini, Mark Minervini's trade template scan that he's got in his books. That's a good one, and you can find all these things here. Basically, you look for these kind of a shape where you got that, and then a little bit of that, and then the boom, the breakouts. And this one's right back here testing the breakout. So hopefully, it gets a bounce back up, and we'll see. That's what you'd want to see right there. You wouldn't want to see some kind of a move and then kind of a failure at a lower high. I mean, maybe, but then, you got to play this one out. Maybe it then goes like that, and then maybe it also goes like that before it finally gives another move higher around the middle of the summer, August, September. So it's going to be a choppy summer no matter what. I don't see anything taking off right now. So just tread lightly,